All right, we say we go ahead and get started. Good morning, Mustangs, and welcome to the 67th Annual Awards Assembly. Today, we're here to recognize each of you in different ways. While this year can be described as anything other than ordinary, our talented students have shown remarkable perseverance and fortitude. We commend you for the strength and the resilience each of you have displayed throughout this very challenging year. I would like to start off by thanking Ms. Debbie Hiscock, Ms. Cecily Shea, and the Falls Church City Education Foundation. We certainly would not be here without you. I'd also like to thank Mr. William Bates, our Chief Academic Officer. He will be presenting an award later today. Now, what do you say? Let the fun begin. Everyone ready to receive some awards? First time in a while. That felt kind of good. Can we try that one more time? Are we ready to receive some awards? I'd like to introduce Ms. Angela Weston for the presentation of program awards and scholarships.
Well, it is my great pleasure as the English Department Collaborative Team Lead to present these two awards to two students that I have thoroughly enjoyed teaching for the past 2 years. Franklin Thackeray was the husband of former school board member Jesse Thackeray. Their son Kent passed away in 2001. Both Franklin and Jesse had an abiding interest in journalism throughout their careers, and their support of the Falls Church City Public Schools is legendary. The Franklin and Kent Thackeray Memorial Scholarship, given in memory of Franklin and Kent, goes to Sequoia Whitecop. The Hoover Prize for Writing is named after former English teacher Michael Hoover, and it seeks to inspire a senior to continue developing his or her passion for and talent in writing, and to spark that same inspiration in others through his or her own example. This year's recipient is Elizabeth Snyder.
Thank you. I'm actually playing the role of a band boosters president today. Each year, the Falls Church City Band Boosters recognize one or more graduating senior band musicians who plan to pursue music in some form at the college level. The Falls Church City Band Boosters Scholarship Award celebrates students' pursuit of excellence and depth of commitment, along with their passion for music. This year, there are numerous band musicians who plan to pursue music in college, which says so much about Mary Jo West's band program here at the high school. And the choice was very challenging. All 8 of the musicians who applied were incredibly impressive, both in their accomplishments and their commitment to music, and each and every one of them deserved recognition. This year, I'm pleased to announce that we have chosen one recipient for the award, a student whose passion for music and connection to George Mason's band program leapt off the pages of the application. When referring to the challenges of the past year and the pandemic, the student wrote, "Being able to participate in band virtually has been a lifeline during a time that I could have been almost completely isolated. Connecting with my band family truly saved my sanity and gave me something to look forward to almost every day." This student will be majoring in jazz performance at Virginia Commonwealth University next year and is an outstanding role model among their band peers, as well as through their service to the community. The 2021 Falls Church City Band Boosters Scholarship Award goes to Desiree Rice.
The Falls Church Lions Club Scholarship for Community Service in honor of Donald S. Frady is given in honor of Lion Donald Frady, who was the first Falls Church City engineer and planner. The Lions Club is proud to recognize a student who has served many worthy causes and in caring for others. This award goes to Benicia Palmer-Lasky. The Women's Club of Falls Church Scholarship is awarded by the Women's Club of Falls Church to students who exemplify the qualities of community service and strong academics. This year's recipients are Zachary Barron and Anuragi Daplai. The class of 2007 Unsung Hero Award was proposed in 2007 by English teacher and LASSO sponsor Michael Hoover as a way for the school newspaper to recognize an unsung hero and pay tributes to his or her selfless accomplishments. To perpetuate the tradition and emphasize the importance of celebrating such students, the senior class of 2007 presents this award in Mr. Hoover's enduring memory to honor an individual who may not have otherwise been recognized or shown in the spotlight. He or she is a humble yet dedicated individual who quietly contributes to the spirit of success of the Mason community, whether through a single project or through a series of actions. This year's recipient is Zoe Whittle. Project MBC is an ongoing campaign to recognize students who truly excel in mind, body, and character. These individuals are often incredibly versatile and have exceptional character. The culmination of Project MBC is a $1,000 scholarship given to one George Mason Sr. for excelling in mind, body, and character. The scholarship bears the name of Principal Tyrone Q. Bird, who served from 2008 to 2016 to commemorate his work and dedication. This year's recipient of the Tyrone Bird Mind, Body, and Character Scholarship is Andrea Valderrama Avila. For our next award, Ms. Becky Fritz from the Falls Church chapter of the National Society of Daughters of the American Revolution prepared a video to announce the recipient of the DAR Good Citizenship Award.
Good morning. My name is Becky Fitzpatrick, and I'm a Vice Regent of the Falls Church Chapter, National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution. Each year, we give the DAR Good Citizen Award to deserving area high school seniors. This award is the oldest and one of the most cherished honors in the history of our organization. It is an award given to seniors who exhibit qualities of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism. Additionally, school success, extracurricular activities, community contributions, and future ambitions are considered in determining the award. This year, we awarded George Mason's own Elizabeth Snyder our 2020-2021 DAR Good Citizen Prize. We were extremely impressed with all that Elizabeth has accomplished in her 4 years of high school, and we know that she'll go on to achieve wonderful things at the University of Chicago. I had the pleasure of meeting Elizabeth in person about a month ago and presented her the DAR Good Citizen Certificate, pin, and a small donation towards her college plans. Congratulations, Elizabeth. We wish you all the best.
I gotta say, it's really nice to see everybody in person here. Give a shout out to Matt Hills and Peter and all the administrative staff who make this possible for everybody. Thank you. I immigrated to the United States. I was about 9 years old when we came. He was 24. And we wanted to, particularly during the last administration, there was a lot of ups and downs regarding immigration. We wanted to really recognize an individual every year in our society here in Falls Church City who is either an immigrant themselves or first generation American, because I think what we realized is it just is an extra lift for an individual like that to succeed and be a good citizen here in the United States. And our immigrant community brings so much value to everything that we do and really diversifies and enriches the society that we live in. So for this year, We had some phenomenal applicants, but I'm gonna mention a name that you've already heard today. And this award is gonna go to Andrea Valderrama, Avila. So Andrea, if you wouldn't mind. She is a athlete. She's also, come on up here, Andrea. She's also really strong in the STEM world, loves programming, part of the club in programming. She teaches swimming here in Falls Church City as well. And from what everything that we could see in the application, she really represents what I think is the best of America. So congratulations, Andrea.
The Robert W. Sneed Scholarship was established in 2008 by the PTSA to honor the much-beloved teacher and principal who served George Mason for 28 years. Mr. Sneed began his GMHS career in 1980 as a Spanish teacher. Throughout his tenure at Mason, he held many positions, including cross-country coach, IB coordinator, and assistant principal. In 1992, Mr. Sneed was selected to be the principal of George Mason High School, where he remained for 16 years until his retirement. Mr. Sneed requested that the scholarship be awarded to a student whose consistent efforts have made George Mason a better place. The recipient for the Robert W. Sneed Scholarship is Jonah Workle. The Bob Morrison Photography and Graphic Arts Award was established by family and friends to honor photographer Bob Morrison. Bob gave his time and talent to photographing George Mason High School events. The award is presented to a senior who has demonstrated excellence in at least one of those fields in the hopes that he or she will be encouraged to continue pursuing photography and visual arts. The recipient of this award is Will Aiden. The Grace Rosetto Esau Scholarship is named for Miss Grace Rosetto, who retired in 2007. Miss Rosetto spent 21 years in our school division as a teacher of Esau. Though she was far more than just a teacher, she was a strong advocate for Esau students and their families, working tirelessly in our community to open doors of opportunity and further education. In short, Miss Rosetto became the program our Esau students and parents always look to her for sound advice and help, along with very effective instruction. This scholarship honors Ms. Rosetto's dedication to Esau's instruction and to Esau students and their families. It is awarded each year to a GMHS student who entered the Esau program at a basic level and will be the first in his or her family to attend a college or university in the Commonwealth of Virginia. This year's recipient is Brenda Venus Benitez. For our next award, Mr. Keith Thackeray has prepared a video to announce the recipient of the Jesse Thackeray Memorial Scholarship.
Hello, my name is Keith Thackeray, son of Jesse Thackeray. My mother grew up on a farm in Kansas and attended what is now Kansas State University. She majored in journalism and while there became the announcer for the college radio station. She was not just the first woman DJ, she was the first DJ at Kansas State. So you can see that Jesse Thackeray often followed the less traditional path. Our family is proud to announce, and I know my mother would be proud as well, that this year the Jesse Thackeray Scholarship is awarded to Wendy Sehoff. Congratulations, Wendy.
The Robert and Nancy Perry Scholarship was established by Nancy Maurer Perry, a former employee at the Falls Church City Public Schools. She and her husband lived in Falls Church City for many years, where their 3 children graduated from George Mason High School. Ms. Perry also served on the board of the Northern Virginia Community College. Her strong belief in the merit of community colleges, especially Nova, led her to establish a scholarship for a GMHS senior who will attend Nova in the fall. This year's recipient of the Robert and Nancy Perry Scholarship is Steve Alla. Mary and Warren Pace Future Educator Scholarship is given in honor of Dr. Warren Pace and his wife Mary, who dedicated their lives to education. Dr. Pace enjoyed a 43-year career in education. He served as the superintendent of the Falls Church City Public Schools from 1971 until 1991 and saw the implementation of the first international baccalaureate program in Virginia here at George Mason High School. Dr. Pace's late wife Mary spent a portion of her education career teaching in Falls Church City Public Schools as well. Between these two educators, their combined service represents more than 80 years in public education. This year's recipients of the Mary and Warren Pace Future Educator Scholarship is Isabel Anderson. The Kathleen Scholarship is awarded to honor the achievements and service of retired Mount Daniel Elementary Principal Kathleen Vallejo. This scholarship is awarded to a student who has been in the Falls Church City Public Schools from kindergarten through 12th grade. The awardee represents the leadership and kindness exemplified from Mrs. Vallejo's 28 years of service to FCCPS. The recipient of the Kathleen Vallejo Scholarship is Desiree Rice.
Thank you, Ms. Sisko. Ms. Dennis Szymanski, father of Jessica Blair-Szymanski, prepared a video to announce the recipient of the Jessica Blair-Szymanski Memorial Scholarship.
Hello, I'm Dennis Szymanski, and our daughter Jessica Szymanski was a member of the graduating class of 2002 at George Mason. She was an enthusiastic participant in sports, social activities, and clubs at George Mason. Since 2003, we have been awarding memorial scholarships in her honor to graduating seniors who we felt embodied her traits. This year, we are pleased to announce the recipient of the 2021 Jessica Blair-Szymanski Scholarship to Marin Hiscott, whose application for the scholarship made all of us smile. Congratulations, Marin.
Next up, we have the Patricia Doyle Memorial Scholarship, which is dedicated to the memory of Ms. Patricia Doyle. Pat was a tireless advocate for all students in the Falls Church City Public Schools. Her particular passion was to promote the division's efforts to address individual needs of learners. We are grateful that her family has chosen to honor Pat's efforts by awarding a scholarship in her name. This year's recipient of the Patricia Doyle Memorial Scholarship is Naomi Bradford. The Maria Elena Nudell Award was established in memory of Maria Elena Nudell by her parents, Mayor and Marilyn, and many of her friends and relatives. Maria Elena died in the summer of 1995 after her 8th grade year. She would have been a member of the George Mason High School graduating class of 1999. The criteria for the award reflects Maria Elena's positive direction in life. It focuses on a student's community involvement as well as dedication to family and school. This year's recipient of the Maria Elena Nudell Award is Elizabeth Snyder. The Beth and Nancy Sprague Spirit of George Mason Award is named very two special women, mother and daughter, who each left George Mason a better place for having been here. The Spirit of George Mason Award was originally established in the honor of Beth, a 1997 graduate of George Mason. Beth was a kind and selfless young woman who will always be remembered in this community for her warmth and generosity to all. She lived her life with zest and laughter, and with a hand extended always to help others. Those of us who experienced the joy and light that Beth Sprague brought to our halls and classrooms recall her as the spirit of George Mason. In 2003, our own community and the entire education community of the Washington area and well beyond suffered the loss of Beth's mother, Dr. Nancy Sprague. Nancy was an educator extraordinary who forever touched the lives of many thousands of students, as well as teachers and administrators alike. Like her daughter, Beth, Nancy left her very positive mark on Howard School. She taught here in our high school and served as principal in our middle school. George Mason remains today what Nancy Sprague helped it to become throughout her entire career in Falls Church City. Her legacy, like Beth's, is a great one and helps define the spirit of George Mason. This award stands as a tribute to a mother and her daughter whose contributions to our school and community were truly immeasurable. These students capture the true essence of the spirit of George Mason. The recipients of this year's award are CCV and Carlos Shields. We now have the J. Roger and Patricia A. Wallenberg Memorial Scholarship, which was established in memory of J. Roger Wallenberg and Patricia A. Wallenberg, longtime members of the Falls Church community with remarkable records of public service and leadership. The Wallenbergs were tireless proponents of quality education. The auditorium that we now gather today bears Mr. Wallenberg's name, which was the old one. Mr. Wallenberg was active with the PTSA as well as other community organizations, especially with preservation efforts. All 500 children graduated from George Mason High School. The Wallenberg Scholarship, which was established by family, friends, and citizens, provides a full year's tuition and fees to any Virginia public university or college for a graduating senior who demonstrates the ideals of public service and leadership. This scholarship is renewable for subsequent years of study. The recipient of the J. Roger and Patricia A. Wallenberg Memorial Scholarship is Jimmy Alderson. I'd now like to introduce Mr. William Bates, Chief Academic Officer, who will make the final presentations.
Thank you, Mr. Hills. So good morning, everyone. Just want to let you know that it really is an honor and a privilege to be here with you this morning. Some of you may or may not know, but I served as a principal at a large comprehensive high school for 7 years. And I share that with you because I would often mark this event on my calendar each year. And I marked that event on my calendar because I saw that, or this particular event, as the light that we look for at the end of the tunnel. Seniors, this event is typically one of many events that you will engage in over the next few weeks leading up to your graduation. And I just want to tell you on behalf of myself, superintendent, everyone in the school division, your parents and the community, that we are very, very proud of you. And although we're celebrating accomplishments today, we know that this is just one of many accomplishments and many milestones that you will reach in your life, in your lives. And as adults, like my grandmother used to tell me, we are relying upon you and expecting you to change the world. We need you to be the change that this world needs. And so I just wanted to share that sentiment this morning. I would also like to share that whenever I receive the list for our next group of honorees, which are our commended scholars and our national scholars, national merit scholars, I was totally blown away. The fact that we have roughly 200 students in our graduating class, but we're honoring 14 students is simply amazing. And I hope you understand how truly amazing that accomplishment is, that we have roughly 200 students in our graduating class, in such a long list of students who are being recognized nationally for their scholarly accomplishments. But with that, let's go ahead and get on with the next and final part of the presentation. Each October, our juniors take a preliminary scholastic aptitude test, which is known as the PSAT. National merit certificates are awarded to students who score in the 96th percentile of all students nationally taking the PSAT. This year, we have 12 members of the class of 2021 who have received letters of commendation recognizing them as national merit commended students. And I'm going to read the names of the students, but I would like for you all to, whenever your name is read, come down and just remain standing, socially distanced, of course, but remain standing in the front, and we'll have your individual picture taken as well as a group picture. So our first commended student is Megan Bosa. Our second commended student, Ellen Chadwick. Our third commended student is Maureen Hiscott. Andrew Lester. Carolyn Russell. Elizabeth Snyder. Grace Tarpgard. Michael Viala. Maya Vollen. Jonah Werber. Sequoia Wyckoff. And our final commended scholar is Ian Zullo. Okay, and finally, we have two members of our senior class of 2021 who have achieved the honor of being named National Merit Finalists and Scholarship Recipients. These students were selected based not only on their high PSAT scores, but their abilities, their skills, and their accomplishments. This year's National Merit Finalists are Catherine Donovan, and James Trumbo.
Thank you to all of the students and families for joining us for this very special morning. We're so proud of the accomplishments of our award recipients. A special thank you to Ms. Sherry Muro for putting our entire program together. We are so fortunate to have you here. Ms. Muro and Ms. Hiscott will reach out to all of the award recipients with additional information, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you all and have a wonderful day.